I've never gone live on my phone before. I figured I'd go live and test out my little microphone and see how well this works. But I wanted to talk about the Great Reset, and I hear a lot about the Great Reset, and I don't know why people think it's a good idea. What's going on with this? There you go. Yeah, I figured I'd test out this live and talk about the Great Reset, and and then also maybe kind of talk about a couple things because I've been doing a lot. But the Great Reset, I've actually been seeing this a lot on Twitter, and I don't know why, but the Great Reset, for those who don't know, is essentially people talking about just resetting the debt and taking everyone's debt and zipping it out to zero, and yeah, I can see how that would be a good idea on the surface. I mean, if you have a bunch of debt, you now have zero, so everyone can start from scratch. But what isn't talked about is the fact that the 99% already owns most of the stuff out there. And so essentially all we would do is give them a catalyst for them to be able to make that spread even more. Because let's say all the people that don't own homes, if there's now zero debt, no one has any debt whatsoever, now all these people can afford to have another home. So cool, let's get a new home because we have no debt. So now we're going to take, well, who owns those homes? Well, the 99% does. The people who are the most wealthy, they're not the most wealthy because they have the most money, they have the most stuff. And so there was a recent article that stated that the 1% can buy all of the open real estate right now, currently in the United States, and they wouldn't go into debt. So, like, let's just play that out and say that the 1% buys every single home in the United States, and then the reset happens after that. Well, now every single homeowner, every single home that's out there who doesn't have a home is going to buy it from a homeowner, or these people that bought the homes, and now we're now going to be in debt to these people that are the 1%. And so we couldn't afford the home before, so we couldn't pay the 1% to buy the home. But now that everyone's debt free, now we can afford to go into debt. So now even more people are going to go into debt and more debt because now they can afford to. And who owns everything? Well, the 1% owns everything. So cool. We are now essentially trading off no debt. So all of the 1% can own all of the assets, all of the land, all of the homes, all of the companies. So like, think about Tesla. Tesla's like $1 trillion company. What if you wanted to start your own company? Well, cool. We're zeroed out. Great Reset happened. Now we can compete and we can start our own thing. Well, no, they have $1 trillion advantage on you. And so now they're debt free as well. Their hundreds of billions of dollars in debt is no more. And so now they can go into debt even more. It's just a cycle. And so nothing's really going to fix anything unless we reset everything, like land, property, businesses, companies, like everything. And that's not going to happen. So all the Great Reset is going to do is screw us over. It's going to make it where the world WEF, the World Economic Federation, they got together, and Charles Schwab, he posted a video, I think it was Charles Schwab, that said, "You will own nothing and be happy." He's driving a Tesla. I know, right? By the way, I don't know what's going on in the news with Elon. A lot of people have been going crazy over that, but I don't follow that. But anyways, but yeah, the Great Reset, definitely not a good idea. We definitely shouldn't do it. And the only way that we should do it is if we're able to, I mean, I don't know. There's not a good way. The rich own everything. So if, like, maybe everybody under a certain amount of dollar amount could be reset, but all we would do there is allow people who are struggling the most, that don't have the jobs, that don't have the means to be debt free, but that's not really going to help them. All that's going to do is allow them to buy more stuff, which essentially doesn't help Anyways, so I don't know I don't have an answer, but it's definitely the answer isn't reset all the debt. So then all the 1% with all the assets now can charge us for all of the assets now that we can afford it, and now the spread becomes even worse. But yeah, and I don't know. But yeah, and then also for a lot of you guys, I've been away for a bit. I'm testing this thing out. I'm gonna try to talk a lot more. I'm on the road a lot, but the news, you guys, is just I've just come to a conclusion. I'm probably wrong a lot, but more right than wrong. That if it's on the news, it's a lie. It's bull crap. I don't think there's this actually going on. The left and right. I don't think that's a real thing. Republicans and Democrats. I don't actually think that's a real thing. I think the politicians, there's some like people in politics that are that way, but like when you look at, okay, look at the top donating, look at the people who donated the most money for the Republicans and the Democrats. That's my reasoning. That's why I think it's bullcrap. It's like, how is it that the top donators are always the same? Doesn't matter left or right, up or down, doesn't matter. Money's money, and you will own nothing and be happy, right? Anyways, that's all I wanted to say. But yeah, and then also just to let you know, I'm going to be doing a lot more on this channel. But I started essentially I'm giving away tons of my marketing money that I do locally, and we're going to be doing like a lot of giveaways, a lot of essentially we're going to be doing a lot of we work with a lot of local companies, and it's all local. We're trying to essentially there's a lot of local jobs that are being taken away by big companies, and I've been really involved in a lot of local marketing and trying to keep local money local. That's what I've been doing the last couple of years. But I'm at the point now where we have like a lot of cool influencers, a lot of cool local people that are, you know, doing like fun little car shows and giveaways and fun stuff with us. So we'll be doing a lot more. I'll be doing a lot more videos and stuff. A lot of it will be local, but a lot of it's going to be still financial. I'm still obsessed with money and finance, more so the corruption of money and finance, and the corruption in government and corruption in power, and like I'm fascinated with all of that. And I don't like, for fun, I spend hours and hours reading court documents and stuff. So that I can't get that out of me. But yeah, I super appreciate everyone. Let me read these. Price handling to read IT. Oh, nice. Cool. Appreciate you guys. Hopefully this is working. But I'm also going to be doing a lot of like interviews and stuff as well. There's a lot of really cool people in Utah, and there's actually some really cool finance stuff. There's like a huge rock quarry company being kicked out, billions of dollars. And I found some like scandalous stuff in the state I live in when it comes to finances. Like literally there's like tens of millions of dollars, hundreds of millions being allocated into these projects that I didn't know people were so dumb with money. Like I assumed that like government, once you started like ranking up, like you had a job, you are the mayor, you are the, like you're smart enough, there's some like oversight, there's something. But no, everyone's stupid, everyone's dumb. I mean, not everyone's smart, right, in their own right, but they're with handling millions of dollars, come on. Like that's not a one person job. Allocating money to like re-terraform downtown and stuff like that. Like it's just crazy how much they don't know. All these people that are like, oh, we had to double the increase of the project cost and because we ran into some issues. It's like, no, you guys didn't plan right. Anyways, there's a project going on where they're asking for like 200 million or something, and they're like, we don't know what's going to be in there, we don't know. It's like, what? You don't know? You're asking for $300 million, you better know. Anyways, so fun stuff going on locally. I'll talk about when it comes to the government and politics and finance and money and all this stuff, but it'll all be related. And then, of course, anything that goes on, crypto finance, you know. But the reason why I haven't been talking a lot, I drive a lot. I'm all over the Road Valley and stuff like that, and I'm not home much. And and I have like a couple of offices, and I'm in my car a lot, and so hopefully I can talk a lot more and chat with you guys just about stuff here and there. But yeah, appreciate you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Now, how do I stop this?